All right, and we are live. What up, players? It is Friday, the 9th of July here in Tokyo, Japan. Starting a little bit late here. Overslept, but it is what it is. The player life. So it's seems that there's a few in here already. Matt W in the house says yo yo yo. Everett Marks in house. What's up, bro? Um, yeah, good stuff. Gabriel E in house. Uh, Colin Donahue says, well, speaking of psyops, this mega push to get everyone injected with who know what is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, psyop of all time. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. Uh, Know your worth says short answer, Mac. Yes, it is. Yeah, crazy stuff, but you know, uh, yeah, this it's just crazy. I got a letter from the Japanese health department, basically the Japanese government, the other day with you know a ticket, invitation, or I didn't even read it, but it was like I had a ticket. I had a had this offer getting me to try and sign up to get the to register to get the injection. Apparently, it was it was a free injection or whatever. I did the only reasonable thing, and I burnt it as a statement. Could have just thrown it in the trash, but I actually did originally just throw it in the trash, and I was like, actually I'm going to burn it and film it to make a statement because yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. And then I got, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy shit. Uh, but yeah, just you know, I was just the videos that are coming out from TikTok. It's just that's another psyop. That is another whole fucking, you know. But just a side note. Yeah, last night I was saying on the Wednesday show that a girl that was supposed to come around on flaked because I did a show. Well, I didn't do a show, but I talked about the difference between flaking and getting stood up, and I didn't get stood up because I don't allow for it. I always confirm. I always confirm with these chicks, especially if it's the first time meeting them. I confirm with them before I leave the house. So I hit them up like 15 minutes before meeting, and I'll say, "Oh, hey, sorry," or maybe even sooner, like half an hour. I'll say, "Hey, sorry, I'm gonna be 5 minutes late. So sorry about that. See you there." If they don't respond, I don't leave my house. I make other plans or I do something else. And she didn't respond, so I didn't go to the spot and meet her to get stood up. So most inexperienced guys that don't have game, they'll just roll. They'll go to the spot and they'll get stood up. I didn't get stood up because I didn't stand anywhere. I didn't go to the spot. But anyway, she lo and behold, she didn't come. That was fine because I didn't leave the spot. I didn't leave my house. Made other plans, and yeah, I waited to see what was her excuse, or if there was going to be an excuse. If sometimes girls stand guys up just to fuck with them, just to mess with them. But she messaged me back like a couple hours later saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I hadn't slept properly in a week, and I didn't realize. I just woke up now. It was like at that time it was way later." And she was apologetic, and she asked to reschedule, and I said, all right, I'll give her another chance. And she came through. She came through last night. But yeah, it was like I met this girl in a club, and I told her, I rolled up some photography game on her. But yeah, she's a naughty girl, like a very naughty girl. Here's some photos from There's some photos. Welcome to Japan. Booty. Yeah. So last night was a good night, to be honest. It was a good time. It was a good time. So photography is, if you want to get with the hotties, photography is a good option. Definitely. I've always like. Here's some. I'll show you some video. Let me try. Just took some video on my iPhone. Yep, good times were had. Good times indeed. Anyway, it goes on like that for a while, but yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, if you're into photography, like if you're actually into photography, I would say you should do some photo shoots with some hot chicks, and then you might bang a few of them, and it'll be a good time. Uh, Jason L says, "I'm ready for photography game." Well, if you're interested, I can teach you all about it. I've been doing it for quite a while now, and it's as you can see from the video, definitely, definitely you know, kind of a fun thing to get involved in. I do my style of photography game is like, you know, is different. Like I don't go out like I don't, some guys like go out. You can do photography game in all kinds of different ways. Like my way is pretty legit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't, some guys they go out with their camera and they go like just they're not really into photography. Like I like photography. Like I like the art of photography. Um, but yeah, as you can tell, um, some guys go out and just like do these kind of cheesy fucking photo. They go up to girls and just like, oh, can I take your photo? And like snap their group photo or whatever. It's just taking shit photos of girls just to try and get talking to them. I do it differently. You know I set up like I approach hot girls like hotties like naughty bitches like this like naughty like hotties and I try and I exchange my Instagram and I try and arrange a photo shoot. I try and get them to do like a nude or semi at least a semi nude. Occasionally I'll do like if I'm free and I feel like it, I'll do like a street shoot or something they don't have to be. It has to be at least sexy though. I'm not going out of my way to do something that's not going to be even sexy. And it has to be at least that. But yeah, that's the way I do photography game. I don't roll around with my camera saying, "Hey, what's your life story?" Or like, "Oh, tell me your biggest." I don't know. These kind of. I just think that kind of shit is cheesy. Uh, like smile for the camera. Like you can do it like if it works for you, if you figure it out, but that's not the way I do photography game. Um, I do it like I'm like all in. Like you come over to my place, you get naked, I'll take your photo. It'll be a good time. Um, But yeah, Justin in the house says, I find it hilarious that people flexing how many COVID vaccines they've had. 69 vaccines or you're a beta simp. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's wild, man. I don't want that shit. I'm kind of freaked me out. Not freaked me out, but it really bothered me that, Japanese government like have my name. I'm probably obviously I am. Like they sent the letter with my full name and address to my house, to go and I don't know if I was. I'm sure it wasn't required, but I'm sure they're taking notes as to whether you know, I got signed up or not. That pisses me off a lot. That really pisses me off. Um, yeah, they're probably just keeping track of it. Wankers, like they are probably in every country, probably keeping tabs on people, keeping track of them, trying to, pretty much almost forcing people to get it. It's really serious bullshit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I walk around, ever since this COVID, this bullshit happened, ever since I realized it was a complete and utter scam, I've literally never worn a mask on public transport. Occasionally, I throw one on if I'm required to wear one in a supermarket. That rarely happens. Actually, never in a supermarket. But weirdly enough, never has anyone asked me to wear one in a supermarket where there's loads of food and that. But occasionally, when I went to a department store where there's clothes and shit, retail, they asked me to wear a mask. But never in a supermarket. Never even once. And they ask me and I throw it on. But now recently I've become wise to it, and I like if they ask me to throw a mask on, like they say, "Oh, excuse me, please wear a mask." I'm like, "Oh no, I already got the vaccine," even though I obviously did not. I just want them to fucking leave me alone. Um, but it'd be real fucked up if they started trying to almost force it on people. Like if you couldn't work, or I don't know what I wouldn't be, nothing surprises me. um uh, Iowa X says you're registered with the local police. It was that way when I was over there. um I mean, I'm definitely on some kind of, obviously I'm registered. um Obviously they know I'm in the country, but I'm just saying, uh they if I don't get the vaccine or whatever, they're gonna have me on on a register, you know. Um uh yeah, so today, by the way, I'm I'm not actually investigating if TikTok is a PsyOp, like officially, but I just came across this Facebook, not Facebook, Twitter page, and let me get it up. It's called Libs of TikTok, and when you look at it, you can't, you know, you can't but think it's, it's a psyop. We can just take a look at a few of them and, see the kind of garbage that it's pushing. And let me just see the first one.
They had questions, they were comparing. We brought it back as kind of a video diary for me, but if you're a white teacher who still hasn't talked about what happened at the Capitol, here's what I did, and it worked nicely. I just said the facts of what had happened because the kids were curious about it. The president of the United States called for people to walk down there, and they did, and they broke in, and police opened barriers for them to get in, took pictures. There was backup called after things got bad. People were eventually escorted out of the building and not arrested. President did make a statement for them to leave and go home, but it was after everything had already kind of happened, or at least started. I showed them a picture of the police presence at the Black Lives Matter movement, and then I showed them a picture of the police presence at this before things got violent. I didn't show them violent pictures. And then I let them make the comparisons. They had questions, they were comparing. We brought it back to privilege and how white people were treated versus how black people were treated in similar situations. I showed them the book Sit-In, where we talked about defensiveness in white people about race. It's kind of a video diary for me, but
Oh my God. And yeah, so just these shit stirrers, these little pussies, that stir shit up between racial groups. So yeah, there's an argument to be made that TikTok is a psyop by the Chinese government because obviously, again, I'm not officially investigating whether or not TikTok is a psyop. Well, I kind of am, but just by look like these videos, like there's millions of videos like this on TikTok, like millions. There's millions of users that are uploading similar content, similar garbage.
Around in their living room, white people, if you don't mind, boost this post. People of color, I have a question. I'm making an equity unit, which I referenced in my last video, and I am getting to the last week where we're going to talk about how we can make change. What can we do to change the awful system that's in place that keeps, some people doing fine and some people not doing so fine. They're fourth graders, but I speak pretty candidly with them, and they're really good at talking about race at this point. And what I want to do is role play. I want to role play situations that happen on the playground, in their living room, whatever, where racism comes up, and I want to role play them being a disruptor in that moment as a fourth grader. Where I'm lacking knowledge is racist moments that happen on the playground. My experience on the playground is as a white person, and I've done some research and have ideas. If you're interested in sharing, I would love to hear what happens on the playground as a POC so that I can help my white kids step in the white people.
Oh my God. Stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. These fucking shitsters. Obviously, this just makes things worse, bringing race and things up, for kids. Usually they're not going to care about it. But this bitch right here, pushing all the racial division on kids. What a bitch. What a fucking dumb bitch. But she's just dumb, to be honest. I can just tell from the video she's just dumb. A lot of people are just actually victims, of the propaganda. Like they're just fucking. They think they're stunning and brave, but they're just going along with all the mainstream narrative. They're not. That's one of the most annoying things about these fucking weasels is that they think that they're fucking being real brave and unique, but like they're not at all. There's a lot of bitch, but let's see. Told my uncle I was going to make this comparison, and here goes. First, we're talking about how the Holocaust started and progressed, not where it ended with concentration camps. I don't think concentration camps and gas chambers would ever happen in America. However, both these men chose someone to blame for the current political and economic issue. Hitler tried to push out the Jews and even had detention centers to hold Jews while they were on their way. Trump blames Mexicans, and there are also trial detention centers. Next is nationalism and dehumanizing language. Blood and soil was used by Hitler to show that people who were born in the country and have blood to the country were the purest. Blood and soil was chanted at the Charlottesville attack, where Trump backed up the people on both sides. Propaganda was also a huge part for both these men. They spew anti-media and anti-anybody who's against them, any candidate against them. Trump calls Joe Biden Sleepy Joe and retweets people calling Hillary a skank and the governor of Georgia fat. They're both reluctant to way too much power. Trump even makes decisions without talking to everyone in executive office. Hitler and Trump were both elected. Told my uncle I was going to make... Right, so yeah, these people are fully fucking... Yeah, I don't know. I don't even care if you don't like Trump or whatever. But comparing Trump to Hitler is like the dumbest shit. It's so dumb. Like, I'm lost for words. Um, and obviously it's an insult to what actually happened in Germany to the victims of. But these people are just fucking so deluded. Um, there's a lot of it.
Because the kids were curious about it. It's kind of a video diary for me, but if you're a white teacher.
Oh no, we saw this. Let's see some more.
How hard did puberty hit you? To fix only. How hard did puberty hit you? To fix only.
Pretty sure they're tattoos. Oh, they definitely are. She's definitely not. I don't think that. Yeah, I think as the it says I don't think it was puberty that did this one. I agree with that. I don't think it was puberty, but yeah. Let me see. And this thing right here. Oh man. Oh, if someone did that to if I saw someone, man, that obviously it's not the kid's fault. It's actually the mother's fault. Obviously, look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. Like, it's her fault. This dumb fucking bitch right here. That's her fault. The kid's obviously a little brat bastard, but it's her fault. It's like when you see the like if you see a dog that misbehaves, like it's obviously it's the owner's fault unless there's something mentally up with the dog or just has some weird condition. It's like 9 out of 10 times if the dog is behaving like a little fucker, it's not the dog's fault. It's that the owner's the owner's fault. Either they're too soft, they allowed the dog to get away with a lot, misbehave, or they're too, I don't know, they mistreated it really badly, and then the dog has, same with kids. The worse the parent, the more fucked up the kid. This little motherfucker is going to grow up to be a little entitled fuckface. And that's unfortunate for the kid. That is unfortunate. So there is a lot of arguments to be made. This on a wide, this being spread on a massive scale. TikTok on a massive scale has an effect on society, and that you could argue that this was planned by the Chinese government to destabilize Western societies, particularly America. What is this? That's it. Okay, let's see. Everything is better when we stay together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dreams. 3, 2. When you cross the nose, everyone's talking. Life is good cause everything's awesome. Lost my job, it's a new opportunity. Won't break time for my awesome community. I feel more awesome than an awesome possum. My body
and chocolate frosting. 3 years later, I shut the thing, smelling like a blossom. Everything is awesome. Get the mud, got new crowd soon. Fall from the wind and it's off from the loom.
Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I going forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. Living our dreams.
It's now spring. We just named 2 awesome things.
Oh, this it's kind of ambiguous. I'm not sure what the message is. So yeah, it's a bit long too. Let me see what this is.
Let's touch. Let's 2 shots. Yes, please. Now chase the heat. But got it done. Now I'm out on the run. Let's dance. Let's be. Let's touch. Let's see. Dance floors, new scenes. Get yours, then be. 2 shots. Yes, please. Now check.
Yeah, it's crazy the way they're pushing this shit. So cringe. So cringe.
Pride Month. Young people in my class are teaching us about Pride Month. So we've got a lot of art up here dedicated to Pride Month starting here in June. And we have a calendar telling us about everything that's happening each day. Exciting. It's Vroom Vroom Art. It's been that for a while. Vroom Vroom Art. Orchid Paw with a 0. Young people in my class are teaching us about Pride Month.
It is, in Russia and China, like LGBT propaganda is outlawed, as far as I know. Pretty sure it is, anyway. So I don't know. I don't know why kids need to know about it or really. I just don't know why it needs to be, celebrated that a man likes to fuck another man in the ass, or a woman likes to lick a pussy, or a man that wants to be a woman likes to fuck. I don't know. It's just, I don't know why that needs to be like so celebrated and pushed on kids. I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of sus. A little bit suspect. I don't know. There's a lot of suspect shit going on. I mean, it's getting pretty wild. Like, I mean, it's getting really wild. I think I saw someone. I think it was the Washington Post or something. I don't know. It was shared. Someone shared it on Twitter, and I saw the title was, "I want my kids." This was in the Washington Post. Like, bear in mind, the title was, "I want my kids." I think it was something along these lines. Why I want my kids to see kink at Pride. Yeah, why I want my kids to see kink at Pride. I think it was a paid article. Anyway, it's wild. Like, I mean, they're really pushing this agenda to destabilize, just destabilize, confuse. I'm sure it'll come out. I don't even know if you want to type that into Google, but it's a pretty fucked up thing to have to have in your search history. Imagine that coming up search history. Jeez. Why I want my kids to see kink? Like, what? That would not be a good look. That would not be a good look. But oh man, it's just so fucked up. But yeah, I don't know what they're. I think it's just a destabilizing agenda. It's trying to destabilize the West. Like, there is, there has to be something behind it. Propagating this hatred of your own culture, own culture, own country, particularly in America. God damn, America is like one of the worst. You know, it's been already been so infiltrated. It's been so infected. It's like the tumor has gone malignant in America. Originally, it was just a tumor, you know, and then it's gone malignant. It is, you know, spreading out throughout the country, rotting the country. Um, you know, just and not only America, but all throughout Western culture, Western countries were taking in all this propaganda through technology. You know, the whole 9 yards, like, you know, dating apps and, you know, all these social media apps, and they really changed. They've really changed societies. But yeah. Let's see.
She just killed my baby, so. Oh, I actually just killed my baby, so. I know, I just murdered mine. Oh, I actually just killed my baby, so.
Yeah, Western women, I mean, you know, they really are like garbage, man. I don't know. You know, obviously not all of them, but as a culture, as a whole, as a whole, let's just say that as a whole. Not all of them, but as a whole, they're like they're unfeminine. They've been masculinized. They've swallowed the blue pill, which makes them fucking obnoxious and annoying and loud, and they think that they can kick any man's ass. I'm equal to a man. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, just for fuck's sake, just shut the fuck up. Please, just shut the fuck up. Please. I just, you know. Anyway, what's this?
Bob! Nothing, just came from eating some fried chicken.
What's up? Related to black men between the age of 18 and 30?
Hey, Bato, I'm here for that chicken watermelon. What y'all up to?
We about to go get this vaccine.
Vaccine? Nah, I don't trust that homeboy OG dog. I hear it give people blood clots.
Nah, pimp. It's freaking fresh.
Yeah, fool. Those are just rarities of people, 1 million who got it, eh?
And Johnson is still about 70% effective. Plus, there are many other vaccines that have an efficacy rate of over 90%. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I never knew that hood collard greens, man. Well, now you know, food stamp, homie. Yes, sir.
And for more information, visit your local pharmacy or go to cdc.gov. My nigga.
Oh man, they're even trying to spread like this bullshit through comedy. Trying to spread, you know, trying to be all. Ah man, that's even more malicious. It's not even that funny, but not that it's hilarious at all. But it's not even funny. But some idiots would probably think it's funny and like, oh my god, it's so funny. Oh, they're hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna go and get the vaccine. Oh man, it's unstoppable. I mean, it's unstoppable at this point. There's just like there's far too many people that. The crazy thing is, like, so you have like vast majority of people that, you know, actually just believe every unquestioned. They don't question anything. They just go ahead and just believe whatever the mainstream media tells them to believe. So they're so they're so wrapped up in the matrix, like they just believe everything. You know, then another smaller percentage of people who do question things, but you know they go along with it just because they're kind of cowardly and they don't want any trouble and they think it's just easier to do. You know, so they're probably like, yeah, the beer bug is probably just it's been overblown, but you know my company wants me to get the vaccine, so I'm you know. I want to travel and I'm just gonna go and get it. You know, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's all right. So they'll just go ahead and get it. You know, and then there's just like people like that are in this chat that are watching videos like this, like, are in the extreme minority, I would say, compared to the overall population of, you know, of society.
Hey. Oh no, it's all right, thanks. He's helping me. Hey. Oh yeah, he's just gone to go and get me. Hey. I can't remember who served it. It was him. Oh no, it's all right, thanks. He's helping me. Hey. Oh yeah, he's just gone to go and get me. Hey. I can't remember who served us. I think it was him.
Looks like a dude to me. That, you know, it's a dude. I mean, if a guy has this, you know, yeah. Why do these people get so triggered by gender? I don't know. They get triggered by biology.
I hear a lot of gay.
I heard in Canada, I believe in Canada, I don't know if there's any Canadians in here, but correct me if I'm wrong. It might be, it could be possibly illegal. You can get fined. You can get some serious penalties for misgendering someone. If you know, I read that somewhere. It doesn't surprise me. You know, Canada, I don't know. Canada seems to be, I don't know, Canada, maybe there's less violence in Canada compared to America, but in terms of progressive madness, I'd say Canada's, in that sense, is much worse than America. Yeah, I'd say it's, you know, the progressive shit that's coming out of Canada is crazy. You know, you've no freedom. Like, if you can't, at least in America, you have so-called freedom of speech. Like, hopefully, I don't know how long that's going to last, to be honest. Like, the way things are going, I don't know how long that's going to last. No, your word says jail time if you fail to pay the fine. It's insane. Insane. Let's see.
Gay men saying to me, well, it is rooted in fundamental transphobia. I hear a lot of gay men saying to me, well, I like dick, I like men. I think that trans men are handsome, but I could never, ever sleep with one of them. Well, thank you for telling everyone you're very boring. Also, you're like, this is just transphobia. Like, I don't think any of you know what that word fucking means, but it is, if you have to exempt or rationalize why you don't want to be with a transgender person in the fucking first place, trying to get you to see how you're being transphobic is impossible.
These people, you know, it's always funny how they demand that people find them attractive. It's so weird. It's like going around like imagine as a straight male going around like going up to hotties and like cry, you know, being a fat slob, being a fat, out of shape, stinking, dressing like shit, you know, no money, loser guy rolling up to hotties and like making videos online or whatever and crying about, oh, they should get, oh, how come these people are being like straight phobic, or how come these hot girls aren't getting with me? And they're actually, there probably are a lot of guys like that online, you know, that do that. But that's what it's like, you know. You're complete like demanding that people find, or you know, you can't negotiate attraction. You cannot negotiate sexual attraction. It's insane. It's insane, and it's so stupid. Oh my god, it's so dumb. It's how like demanding sexual attraction. No, it's not negotiable. You can't decide. You can't phobic. Oh, you can't discriminate. You have to be sexually attracted to trans people too. It's like, shut the fuck up. You can't negotiate that shit. It's not on the, it's either you're attracted or you're not, right? It's one or the other. There's no in between.
Cupiosexual people decide. Lastly, we have cupiosexual. Cupiosexual people are asexual people who still desire a sexual relationship but don't experience sexual attraction. Cupiosexual people may decide to have a sexual relationship despite not feeling sexual attraction while others don't. Both are completely valid and communication is key. Hope I could help. Check out my hashtag Vampire Kid Explains for more. Lastly, we have cupiosexual. Cupiosexual people are sexual people who still desire a sexual relationship but don't experience sexual attraction.
So this obnoxious shit, like these obnoxious motherfuckers, just trying to, making up all this shit. It's just funny. MLD in the house says, "Killer with fire." Can't disagree. This one is not as. I presume you're referring to the other one. This one isn't as hideous. I mean, this is clearly a chick, but might be referring to the other chick. Not chick, but the other dude before. But yeah, this one's obnoxious and annoying as hell. MLD says, so basically being a MGTOW. Yeah, men going their own way. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's just it seems to be it's just getting on the internet and men like feeling entitled to hot girls even though they're not hot themselves. And that's the thing about the red pill. You swallow the red pill, you can't go around saying, we fully acknowledge that you have to become high value to attract, and not only, to be honest, not only high value, like it's like being high value alone doesn't even cut it. I've helped guys out. I've done day game boot camps with guys in Tokyo that are really high value men, like some like very high value men that need help with cold approach and because being high value, men just have to become much more. Like women can just roll out or put on a bit of makeup, dress reasonably. They have to do fuck all compared to what men have to do. Like they have to do fuck all. Like, we have to become more than high. We have to be like, in my opinion, being high value is actually depends on what you mean by being high value. But like my definition of high value is like good job, good house, good, you have good foundations, like money, all that kind of stuff. That is actually, it's definitely helpful for sure, but I've always said, and I still stand by it, you can be a bum. You can be a broke ass fucking bum and still get laid. There was some video I shared a while ago about a guy in New York that rolls around like he's homeless apparently, and he rolls around like sleeping with different women, to get places to stay. So, fashion, fitness, game. They're the three things that'll get you laid. They're the three things that make you attractive to women. Long-term relationships, retention, of course, being high value helps with that. If you're after retention and holding, you're not gonna hold a bitch down if you're a broke ass bum, but you can get them to, you can fuck them, for sure. MLD says these are all entitled rich white kids. For them, yeah, there's not only white kids, but it seems to be a lot of them are. There's definitely, yeah, it's definitely a problem within the white the white community. Uh, funny thing about the funny thing about white, we don't stick together. Like we really don't. Like we don't give a fuck. I mean, even I noticed like I have the black friends in Tokyo, and like when black people walk, when they walk by each other in Tokyo, they say what's up. Like they don't even know each other, but they'll like they'll say hello to each other or whatnot. But I'll walk by a white guy and I won't even fucking acknowledge him. I mean, he won't acknowledge me either. But there's not that kind of like racial bond. But according to the media, it's like, oh, white people all stick together and they're all in this, like, they're all like, so they're all so, they're all out for their own good and they don't care about anyone else and they're racist and all this shit. And it's like, I don't see that. We don't have that like kind of racial bond. Like, we don't get like, I don't see it. I don't see that shit. But anyway, that's a whole another topic, or is it? Yeah, we watched that one. Not wanting to be with a trans person is transphobia. Yeah, these entitled idiots. Same with the fat chicks. It's the same with fat women. You'll see it on the Fresh and Fit show, the Fresh Fit podcast. Like the chicks, like fat, like 32-year-old, like covered in tattoos, like crying, getting like completely shocked when one of the guys tells them the truth, like completely butthurt. I made a short meme, I think it got deleted, but it was when Rolo started dropping bombs on one of the chicks, I think it was about fertility or something. She just, I wish I could pull it up. It was really I just slapped it together. It was pretty funny. But her face just like dropped. She couldn't believe it. It was like that. That song like "Hello Darkness," my old friend Simon and Garfunkel. But yeah, can't pull it up. It was a while ago. Let me check this.
Children, and we'll turn to you, giving up the fear inside is freeing like you never knew. Go and see San Francisco, go and turn up that disco. You'll forget you were ever upset. We'll convert your children and make an ally of you. We'll make an ally of you. We'll make an ally of you.
What is oh my god, I have no idea what that's about. What the fuck? These are just like, like weak men create, hard times. Men like this are not they're not attractive to women. Like they're just not. They're like if a woman hangs out with a guy, like a straight woman hangs out with a guy like this and she's hot, she sees him as her girlfriend. She doesn't see him as a man. She sees him as a girlfriend. That's it. And that's all. They're just gonna be. I'm sure they're gay anyway, but yeah, you want to kind of go in the opposite direction. You want to look at guys like this, and you want to kind of go in the opposite direction. I always say that, like, oh, look at these people and like kind of go in the opposite direction, and then you're going to be going in the right way. You're just going to be like, you're going to be on the right path. Like if you just start heading randomly in the opposite direction, whatever, just interpret that in your own way. But I think you get the point. Just start doing things that that they wouldn't do. Just start dressing the opposite to them. It's just you're gonna start being more attractive. You're gonna start being more masculine. You're gonna it's gonna overall be a good thing. Each to their own. Each to their own. Each to their own. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah. I think we saw
art up here dedicated to Pride Month starting here.
Yeah, we saw that one. That one. Didn't see
Here and I got my second. Hey, Matt's from the past year, and I got my second shot for COVID today. Second shot. I've heard it comes with lots of side effects, so let's go ask future Matts to check. Hey, future Matts, how are you doing? What? Are you tired? Yeah. Are you sore? A little. Are you achy? No. Are you bored? Not really. Anything you want to say after that? Be responsible and go get vaccinated. Responsible.
So hilarious that they're talking about second shots, and it's so hilarious. It's so fucking obvious that it's about money. It's all about money, and these like pharmaceutical companies are worse than any criminal organization that ever existed. Like we all know about Pablo Picasso. No, what's his name? Not Pablo Picasso. The fucking El Chapo and all these drug dealers and drug lords and whatnot. Pablo Picasso, god damn. These El Chapo is like a little drop in the fucking ocean compared to what these pharmaceutical companies are like. These pharmaceutical companies are, you're talking like trillions probably. I have no idea. I'm guessing, but it's fucking insane amounts of money. Like it's billions at least. It's definitely not millions. It's definitely billions, that's for sure. It's all about money. Iowa says Escobar. Yeah, Escobar. All these drugs, they're like just little small, they're like compared to these pharmaceutical companies. These those Escobar and El Chapo and all these guys that were known as massive drug lords and they're like little small town in a little small town in Ireland somewhere, little small town drug dealer like that's what they're like compared to these pharmaceutical companies. This is what's going on now. This is money. This is fucking money. This is big fucking money. Big fucking multi-billion-dollar contracts. Fucking these bullshit. They don't give a flying fuck if these vaccines are effective or not. They don't give a fuck. They just, as long as it reasonably doesn't kill you immediately, and it just kind of works, kind of just kills a few people, whatever. Just as long as we just get it through, we just want to sign that contract, get these fucking spread that we don't fucking manufacture this shit and get that fucking money and then get that power and fucking live on fucking yachts and shit and just fuck these people. That's what's going on. It's like insane amounts of money. Think about it. Fucking insane. It's intense amounts of money, and it's these fucking libtard idiots. Don't realize that. Think they're being stunning and brave. These fucking little pussies, lick ass bastards. It's things like this that make me wish it was kind of like, I don't know, make me wish it was actually real. Just I don't know. That's one of the things that irks me the most. It irks me the most. I think out of all this progressive shit, it's the fact that they think they're being rebellious. They think they're being stunning. They think they're being brave. They're like complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. They're the most submissive, the most cowardly out of all, you know. Let me check the comment section.
And I mean this with all.
Let me see. Appliance guy says Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole. Pablo Picasso was a legend. He was a womanizer. Pablo Picasso used to bang loads of hoes. He was a legend. He used to, he was living the artist lifestyle, the life of the artist, banging all these hoes, painting them. And yeah, he's kind of an inspiration to me. Spark 55 says people are now begging to be enslaved. It's honestly ridiculous. Yep, they really are. They like to be controlled. Iowa says most new drugs do not work any better than the older drugs. They cannot live with low regular profits, so they push new trash. They do. Yep. All right. What is this? Let me check it.
What's something you own that you don't ever plan on using?
My uterus. Because fuck, and I mean this with all disrespect.
This person looks so unhealthy. It just looks so malnourished. I think it's a chick. I'm pretty sure it's a chick, but
with all disrespect.
With such a malnourished, like alien face, like it's just clearly lives very unhealthy lifestyle.
Them kids.
Yeah, lives on.
What's something you own that you don't ever plan on using?
Fuck.
Probably lives on like Pop-Tarts and Pokemon. I can just imagine the lifestyle someone like this lives. Like probably, I don't know, probably like sleeps in till like midday, like probably like after the afternoon, wakes up, eats some like Pop-Tarts, plays with their Pokemon collection. Like, I don't know what these people do, but that's a kind of a random guess, but it's like a shitty lifestyle they live.
Watermelon sugar, pride. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Watermelon sugar, pride. Watermelon sugar, pride. Watermelon sugar, pride. Watermelon sugar, pride. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. For non-binary, gender fluid, trans men, and women too. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. We're black, we're white, we're Asian too. We're every color of the rainbow. We're me and we're you. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. We're lesbian, we're gay, we're bi, we're trans, we're queer, we're queer, we're queer, we're queer. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. And all in. And we are proud of you.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. It's like it's like I don't know. It's like why does this shit even? I don't know why it's so talked about. I mean, it's like imagine me going into a workplace, start a job in a new workplace. Hi, I'm Mac. I like to I'm a big fan of banging chicks, and I just love pussy. I love titties. Oh man, I'm an ass guy though. I love a nice ass, and it's like that's what these people are doing when they, they celebrate, celebrate their sexual orientation. They're like, yeah, hey, I like to bang ass. I like to suck dick. That's it's just like, why is it relevant? Like, why is that being brought up? Like, I mean, there's a time and a place. Like, there's a time and a place. I just think there's no need for most of it. Like, it's not relevant. It's not relevant to the environment. I mean, if you're with your friends or whatever, you're talking. Of course, you can talk about whatever you like to do in your own time. You can talk about, oh yeah, I like to do this, that, and the other. And I mean, I talk about chicks all. What I like to do with chicks all the time with my male friends, but I'm not gonna do that in other environments. I know there's a time and a place for everything. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I don't know. This goes on. This is it just keeps going. There's just so much. Like there's millions. Like that's not an exaggeration. Like to say, there's just like endless source of videos like this. There's an endless source on TikTok. So there's probably algorithm. That's where you can go down the rabbit hole and say, is this like planned out? Is this a PsyOp? Are there algorithms in place to propagate this? And AI that understands, man, this AI, like it understands human behavior better than we understand ourselves. So you have to understand, when something's on such a big scale, they can manipulate and they can predict things, and it's just crazy. There's probably algorithms in place to I don't know, propagate a certain type of content, that in turn like destabilizes and destabilizes Western countries, breaks society down, encourages women not to, have kids and all that stuff, not to have relationships, just pure degeneracy. Yeah. Iowa says, these people have ruined clubs and music shows with their bullshit. You cannot talk and be normal in bars. Indeed. JP says, we need another military fight. Has to be said. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's possible. Well, I don't know what fight with who. I think you can't. There cannot be another conflict between superpowers, because all the superpowers have nuclear weapons. So that wouldn't work out well for anyone. If there wasn't any nuclear weapons, I'd say that probably would have been many conflicts. But yeah, it can't really happen. If America attacked China in any way, they would just nuke the shit out of them, and vice versa. Yep. Gabrielle says, China is laughing their ass off. China is like, seriously, like none of this shit is tolerated in China. It is to a tiny degree. Like it is to a certain degree, but I mean, I've followed chicks. I've followed one or two chicks that have been that I met in Tokyo and then went back to China, and right all throughout this beer bug nonsense, I saw them going to clubs, I saw them partying, I saw them having a good time in this supposedly suppressed country. And they're the chicks that I followed, they're a little pretty degenerate. Like they kind of would live this kind of alternative lifestyle over there, but it's not propagated in the media and it's not celebrated by the government. So I don't know. It's just it's just that really, because I could see, I was seeing into China through these, they would share their stories, and they would they'd be going out, everything seemed normal, and then the mainstream media will be saying, "Oh, China's under lockdown, everything's out of control." It's like all this shit, and then meanwhile, I'd see the stories from the girls that I'd follow, and they'd be out in clubs and they'd be partying and going to these events, fashion shows, and all. It's like, what the? No one's wearing masks. It's wild, man. It's like, wow, like what would, like, I'm seeing the truth here, and then I'll turn on the TV and look at the media, and they're saying, "Oh, China's under lockdown. They're spraying these like disinfectant guns around the cities," and it's like, it's all lies. It's all lies. The mainstream media is like it's unbelievable what they do. It's Hollywood, like they're just Hollywood level like fakeness. AJ Lift says, watch Keys to the VIP today. Clubs then, and today are night and day. Dating apps and social media turned the scene on its head. 100%, man. 100%. Dating apps really changed shit up, guys. Like, you've no idea. Like, I do not have one dating app on my phone right now. And I'm not saying that I'll never use them again, but I don't need them right now. And it's it's summertime here in Tokyo, so I'm not using dating apps as motivation to do more day game, and I enjoy it. First of all, I enjoy doing. I don't even need that much motivation because I enjoy doing it. But dating apps can also be very time wasting too. Depending on your location, depending on your situation. Sometimes using dating apps are kind of necessary if you're remote. You live in a remote area. It's like you need to like have like all your sources running. Have your dating apps. You try doing cold approach whenever you can. You have your night game. You need to do this if you want to live the player lifestyle in certain locations. Here in Tokyo, I don't need dating apps to live the player lifestyle. As you can see, I did not source this hottie from dating apps. This was cold approach. Cold approach, guys. Like, cold approach. I'm telling you, look at these titties. Oh my god. This girl, this is a naughty, naughty girl. This is a naughty, naughty girl, especially in Japan, because she has tattoos and whatnot. Man, what a hottie. One of my favorite rap lyrics ever is it's one of Juicy J's songs. It says, you said no to ratchet pussy, Juicy J can't. I'm like that. You said no to ratchet pussy, Mac the Day Gamer can't. Yeah, ratchet means different things for different people, but ratchet for me, my interpretation of ratchet means like naughty. They look like kind of naughty, like look like they put out basically. It's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. I like naughty girls. It's a turn off for me. It's a turn off for some guys. Some guys like these innocent looking girls, like the innocent, like pure looking girls. And I'm fully aware, like innocent, pure looking girls can be the naughtiest bitches ever. They really can. But at the same time, I have one of my guilty pleasures is the stripper look. That's why I actually like strip clubs. Like, it's one of my things. I don't go very often, but it's kind of like an art gallery for me. It's like, it's very visually stimulating. I like the heels. I like the neon. Like, I like the, man, I love it. I love it. But it's just one of those things. Some guys get turned off. They're turned off by it. I can't relate. I think it's fucking hot. It's just like eye candy for me. But it's good, man. I don't know. I'm having a good time. Cold approach, man. Cold approach is like, I don't know, it's just way more satisfying. Like when you get laid from a cold approach, it's way more satisfying. It's just like, boom, baby. But yeah, if you don't have cold approach skills, you're always going to be fighting against the tide. Like, the tide, you're constantly, like, with the dating apps and the algorithms and all the stiff competition too, the hypergamy. You really got to play it correctly, because, like, if you're going to be on dating apps and that's going to be your main source, you either got to be really good looking, and then you got all these other elements like the algorithms, the subscription fees and all this shit. But if you have cold approach, it's free, man. It's just free. You say hottie, you roll up, you introduce yourself, you source numbers, and it's just AJ Lifts says, sense of accomplishment is real when cold approaching, even when rejected. Yep. I mean, I just feel, if I roll by a girl that is like 100%, like really like ticks all my boxes, like her fashion, her shape, like everything is like, man, that girl looks tasty to me, right? And I mean that literally, like that girl looks like a fucking treat. I would be like, okay, I'm like, I'm at the point now, like I've done thousands of approaches, so it's not even like there's zero like hesitation, like there's no like, but I just feel better like trying to like rolling up, breaking the eye, trying to introduce. I have to at least try, because if I let it slide, I'll be like, shit, like she was, man, I let that one slide, I'll feel bad about it, so it's better to get rejected and know that you at least tried, because all it takes is one. You never know. Like you never know what will happen. She could be really receptive. You just exchange numbers, you arrange a date, and you have this insane hot sex with her a few days later. Like hot fucking sex, like best sex of your life. She might be a regular. Man, if you're not sourcing and you wonder why you're not fucking, put 2 and 2 together, will you? Like just put 2 and 2 together. It's not complicated. It's like it's a simple thing. If you're not sourcing, how do you expect to be fucking? That's it. Like get used to approaching. It's our job as men to do it. Like we have to do it. JP says, trying to cold approach with all these whales in the ocean, not too fun. You might maybe have to move somewhere else, man. I mean, if you're living in an environment with a bunch of whales, I mean, maybe that's not the environment for you. Maybe you gotta move to a plentiful, savannah or something. I don't know. With hot chicks prancing around like Tokyo. Jason L says, strip club hits all the senses: sight, sound, smell, touch. Sure does, man. That's my kryptonite, man. Strip clubs, yeah. I really don't go very often, but I can't even remember last time I was in one. But it was quite a while. Maybe it was at MLD. I think we went ages ago. But definitely, I like seeing a girl on a pole. That's for sure. Oh my god, it's fucking hot. Wearing a little tiny neon colored G-string and like stripper heels. It's, man, I don't know how guys can't find that hot. I think most guys do, in fairness, but some guys do say, "Oh, it's I don't like it," and they like innocence. I'm not about it. I don't like innocence. Matt W says, whales are good practice just to sharpen your social skills. Just don't close. Yeah, that's a way that you can play it. You always want to get used to approaching hot girls. You don't want to get too used to approaching like whale, like girls that are, you don't want to start getting used to punching down. You could do it just to warm up. That's true. If you do have anxiety, with cold approach, a way to deal with it could be to start opening a few girls that you have no intention of closing, just to like feel maybe more confident or whatever. Maybe not a bad way to approach it. But yeah. Matt W says, don't day game in Walmart unless you're practicing Moby Dick game. Never been to a Walmart. Maybe one day. But yeah, man, I mean, if you're gonna do day game, just go to like go to places where there's going to be a lot of chicks. Like go to like shopping districts, like fashionable areas. You know, I encourage guys to have day game as part of their lifestyle, so they don't put in time specifically just doing day game. But occasionally you can, if you're new to day game and you're looking to dedicate some time into getting better at cold approach, you know, and if you enjoy doing it, you know, go and maybe dedicate an hour to doing it and try and like spam approach, like just try and get like. But the thing about day game is, you always want to be on the move. You don't want to be like lurking around, like loitering around. Because if 6 chicks even see you just for like a minute, like just standing around, it kind of looks suspicious. It looks like you're trying to sell them some. It just looks suspicious. Or maybe they know that you're doing, or they know that you're doing cold approach. Like they see that you're hitting on other girls. If they see you, if a girl sees you hitting on another girl, and she sees you getting ghosted or whatever, then like the girl that saw you is definitely, it's like a definite turn off for her. Could be another, like, yeah. But anyway, you don't want to be. That's why you want to be on the move. You want to be like, you want to have a route and go through that route and approach, like boom, 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 spam approach, and just get, make use of the time that you dedicated to doing day game. Put aside an hour. Don't put aside like 3 hours or something. Put like an hour, a little chunk of time, and just say, I'm gonna just fucking at all costs, I'm gonna approach a bunch of girls and try and get some contacts and get used to it. Get the feel for it. Even if it feels awkward and but AJ Lift says, many men in PUA have stunted social skills. They need to talk to as many people as possible until it is no longer awkward. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that struggle with women have stunted social skills. They're not able to shoot the shit, basically. They're not able to have a bullshit conversation. You kind of need to be able to just shoot the shit with these women. And a lot of guys, a lot of professional guys, a lot of guys that are, very intelligent, have some serious issues, some serious problems with just having simple conversations. Because sometimes they think, oh, it's boring, oh, it's this, that, and, oh, I don't have the patience for it. And it's like, okay, well then you don't have the patience to get some pussy then. Like, I mean, you're gonna have to get used to tolerating some kind of shit. Like, if you think you can go up to a bitch and start talking to her about like crypto and like I don't know, just having a bore, like for them it's obviously going to be, but for you it might be interesting. But you need to learn to be able to joke around and like just have a light conversation with these chicks. You don't get pussy by going in all deep. I mean, maybe you could. It depends though. It depends on how you play it. But yeah, in general, you want to play things light, fun, easy going. When you meet chicks, yeah, and a lot of guys that struggle just aren't able to do that, or they just, I have some guys telling me, but I don't want to do that. Well, I guess you don't want to fuck pussy then. Like, it's like, I guess you don't want to have sex. Like, you're gonna have to do some things that you don't like doing. Like, it's not gonna be, you have to adjust sometimes. JP says, remember, girls just want to have fun. Indeed. JP says, Matt W, that's so true. I remember going to Zara and nothing but slim girls. The only problem I have is location right now, working on it. Oh man, if you go to a Zara in Tokyo, oh my god, that place will be jam-packed with hotties, like real fucking hotties. But yeah, guys, yeah, if you haven't already smashed the like button, smash the like button, and check out the links in the description. If you're interested in refining your day game, hit me up. Hit me up anyway. I'm yeah, hit me up. Check out the links in the description. I'll be back on Monday, 9 p.m. Central Time for another episode of Player Life. So have a good weekend, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.